Hello everyone and welcome to my home. For those of you who've been at Hamanasi, you know we've been closed for quite a while, and yeah, we kind of miss cooking, so I thought I'd try something a bit exciting for us here. We're gonna do one of the restaurant favorites, which is the key lime pie. So just in front of me here you can see all the ingredients that we need to make this key lime pie. What we're gonna start off with is the crust. We take one packet of meringue biscuits, which we then crush. Luckily for us, we have crushed those already, right? And we mix this with 3 tablespoons of butter, melted butter, and we mix it together, right? You want to get a nice sandy texture, which is the crumbs you're going to use for the base of your pie. So we now add our crumbs into our base. I like using my measuring cup just to level everything out. And all you do is lay it out within your space and fill in your gaps. You then press it down nicely with your hand. Make sure you've got a nice solid base, and you fill it in on the sides. Right. Once you set your base, you need to put it into the cooler for about 10 minutes. Let the butter set and hold your base intact. From there you're going to put it into an oven, and you're going to put it about 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 5 minutes or until it browns, and then you remove it from there. Once you've removed our base from the oven, it will look something like this. What we're going to do now is going to make our pie filling, right? And with our pie filling, we're going to need our 2 cups of condensed milk, or 2 tins of condensed milk, and then some freshly squeezed lime. Right, with our 1 cup, we're just going to set it aside, and then we'll work on separating our eggs. Right. Our second part of the recipe requires that we use egg yolks, which is what we're going to do now. This one. Second one. So we've separated the egg whites and the egg yolks. You can then keep this in the fridge until you need it. To these eggs, you're then going to get your condensed milk, 2 cans. And I'm going to just scrape the edges off like that, and then I pour it straight into the tin. Our second can. Process remains the same. Okay, we've added all our condensed milk in with our egg yolks. What we're just going to do is we're going to grab a whisk, and with this whisk we're just going to break the eggs down into the condensed milk. So the egg yolks are going to help bind the mixture. Once it gets in the oven, when they cook, they will act as a binding agent, so our key lime is stable. Once that is done, we're just going to add our lime juice, our cup of lime juice that we measured earlier, and you pour a whole lot in and you start to mix it. Okay, we've now mixed our lime in, and as you can see the mixture is getting thicker and thicker. We're now going to pour this into our pre-made base. As you can see, the lime is causing the mixture to thicken. Once you've reached this stage, you're then going to take your key lime and you're going to put it in the oven at 400 degrees for 15 minutes. While we're waiting for our key lime in the oven, we're going to start working on our meringue. Right. The 2 egg whites that we left before when we were making the key lime, we're going to combine that with 2 teaspoons of cream of tartar and 1 tablespoon of sugar. We're going to add our egg whites into the bowl, and then we're just going to lightly loosen up that egg white till it becomes a little bit frothy. Right. We're then going to add our cream of tartar into that mix, like that. And this we're going to then put into our mixer, or you can use your hand. We're going to take our bowl onto our mixer with our whisk. Nicely install it. Just going to bring it up. Now that our egg whites are nice and fluffy, we're then going to add our sugar to the mix, which just then stabilizes your cream of tartar even more. I mean your egg whites even more. Our key lime is now ready. Let me know. With our key lime base ready and our meringue ready, we're going to now put them together. Right? You really have 2 options. You can either put it together just using your spatula, right? When you just spread it all on top. It is a bit messy, so I like to use a piping bag. Just whisk it all the way down. Okay, so what you're basically going to do is just going to line the entire base as you go. Make sure your nozzle is just off the base. That helps your meringue stick to the base. Right, when you get to the end, you're going to work your way up. With your spatula, you're then going to just finish off the ends, smoothen everything out. With our meringue fully applied to our key lime pie, we're then gonna put it into the oven and we're gonna cook it for about 5 to 10 minutes or just until the top is brown. Okay, after our key lime is baked, we then put it in a cooler to let it cool down for at least 4 hours. Right? When the 4 hours is ready, the key lime should be set and we should be able to cut it. We're going to cut a nice slice today. The first slice is always tricky to get out, but I have faith that we got this right. There we go. One of our restaurant favorites, the key lime pie.